Folks, good evening and welcome, and welcome to the live stream. Yes, I've got a clean t-shirt on. Yes, it's a fresh t-shirt. There we go. And I got a gift off Mildred earlier. The Baron Knights, lovely. I shall arrange a date with that and the sharp vertical. Anyway, had my friend Angie round tonight. She's more of a friend than a customer these days. I had her round today, and we had a good chat. And she brought me a GEC radiogram to service stroke repair. It won't play them videos, will it? Let's try that one. Nope. Oh well, never mind. Anyway, as long as I'm live, I'll just get the camera straight. As long as I'm live, that's all that matters. And there's 3 people watching and 1 person likes. Lovely. Right, let's get the soldering iron switched on. That's buzzing its tits off. Let's move these records off the top of this speaker. Now what we'll do, we'll change to the front cam, to the rear camera, the front camera, isn't it? The main one, which provides the HD pictures. And I'll just give you a quick look at the front. And that's the front of Angie's radiogram, GEC radiogram. I've already serviced the top part of the BSR. I did it while she was here. We were having a chat and whatnot, and I decided to service it while she was here. But we've got enough to be going on with because the radio is a bit dodgy on FM. It's not picking up the required amount of stations. Right. So we're going to be looking into that. We need to replace the cartridge. I sprayed some deoxit into the original cartridge, and the actuator that sits on the stylus had gone. Had disappeared. It melted. The deoxit got rid of it ruined the cartridge basically. The cartridge was ruined anyway, because that was why I sprayed the stuff in. Right, well, so what we've done, we've put a new turntable mat on. This is not a stock BSR mat. I'll unplug it because I'm not going to go into the wires and outs and ins and outs. I'm not going to go into the ins and outs of a cat's ass. So what we're going to do, we're going to move the grease tin for a minute. And what we're going to do, we're going to service the rest of the GEC. This was designed, I was designed to get into the damn thing. Was it from the front or from the top, or do you just take the screws? Because there's no visible means, or do you? No, you don't take the feet off. The bottom must come off somehow. How do you get into the damn thing? Let's put it on its side, and we'll have a good examine around it, because although I do know what I'm doing, there are certain units I've never done before. And yes, you get into it by taking the screws out of the back there. And it must all slide out the case. Well, the last time this was serviced was 1982 in Didsbury, Manchester. At K at Tronics. So that's done at a place called Tronics. Well, we may have to take the plug off. Now, does this all come out as a unit? Well, that does. That all lifts out. Now, does the record player unplug? Now, this is actually, what we got in here. Get to it in a minute. I want to make sure the record player unplugs. I want to unplug as much of it as I can, because this is actually a bit of an afterthought, to be honest, folks. Right, so we've got a plug there going onto the amp. So we'll unplug that. That's disconnected the preamp. And if I now, something? It annoys me when they do shit like this. They put a plug there. Right, and unplug that there, that's the power supply. Unplug that. Disconnects the power lead and all that lot. Undo that there. And that will take off that. Well, you can't really see much, folks, and I'm sorry about that. But all I'm doing really, I'll show you what I've done. But there's no other way. Hang on. Unplug the record deck. There we go. And that's that unplugged. And does these wires here unplug, or this sort of, it annoys me that, because what they've done, oh no, we're all right. There's a plug here. Unplug that. Get this plug out of here. And sort of wrap it between the aerial and everything else. Get out. There we are. Right, we've got that there, which is a shame. That's not actually plugged. Right. Right, this one here pulls off there, goes to the preamp. You must remember where that goes. There's two next to each other, and it went to the top one. Yep, went to the top one. I think that just provides power to the preamp, to be honest. That's just the preamp power. It goes to the top one and takes the power off the preamp. Right. Now, fucking hell, that wasn't on there very well. You know something, I've just touched that and it came off in my hand, a wire. It came off in my hand, but we know me and the owner had a discussion, and we know damn well it's been messed with. So there's no hiding that fact. This thing has been messed with. So if I can put the record deck out of it down here with the preamp out of the way for a minute. Put that there. Right. Move some of this stuff so it's out of the way. I've just farted. Not that you needed to know that, but those who are interested now know that I've just done an apple tart. Don't need much of this stuff actually tonight. We're going to look at right. Now we actually have this is actually a slug tuned. This is actually a slug tuned FM stage. The if I can get you in here, see, I can't see anything. You know, I don't know whether you're in shot or not. I can't see nothing. Right, the FM radio is here. This is the FM board. We're having trouble with that, so we're going to work on that. Can't be much. That doesn't even move much. Right. Now what I think might have happened here. Yeah, what I think might have happened here, folks. Right. When she did ask me, did the radio light up? Is the radio supposed to light up on this? It's not. Because there's no dial bulb, there's no dial bulb down here. So the dial is not supposed to light up unless it just lights up at this end there. Now what the problem is we've got, if I can just move the aerial out of the way, what the problem is I can move what the problem is that all turning there. Now that's supposed to grip. That's supposed to be in there. That's supposed to be in there. It's supposed to go into there like that. Now that. Now that's better. That might have just fixed the FM radio. Because we weren't getting anything. We weren't getting anything up the top here, but we were getting radio too. So this might have just fixed the FM radio. There's a little knob, there's a little button, a little thing missing out there to illuminate the radio, to illuminate the, what do you call it, to illuminate the FM stereo. So if we find a lens to go in there. Now what we want to do, we want to look at our power supply and see how our smoothing capacitor is. AM radio on this works absolutely beautifully. No problem with the AM radio. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about this is it's a GEC. And they used double-sided printed boards. They are a bastard. So I'm hoping, and everything there looks okay. The amplifier works perfectly, so there's no need to really worry. And as you can see, it's got transistors. No, it's not a daft chip on chip thing, like most of the stuff is today. So what we're going to do, we're going to start by, whoops. So that's all that was really. That's all it was really. That had come out of its locator. And that's all it was really. I mean, just shows you though, doesn't it? You know, it just shows you. So we've got the deoxit. And what we're going to do, we're going to spray and it will find its way. You know, I don't know why these companies do this. They always put a fucking disc capacitor right in front of where you want to spray your deoxit. And a metal bar there. So I've done that one, that fucker there I want to do, and I can't get the deoxit, yeah, just about. There we go. Right, well we're not, oh that's the stereo multiplex decoder. I was going to say, what's that board there? I know what it is. There we are. So basically somebody's been at this, but Angie knows that. We went through it. We sort of went through it together today. You know, because you know me folks, I don't mind. You know, I don't mind. I don't mind people. I don't mind customers being here. Well, as long as it's not in the way, that is, and she wasn't. But I don't mind them being here. As long as. Right, we'll see what value that main smoother is. Because if I've got one, I might just replace that, but. All this stuff in the amp. I mean, these GECs, they were made out of half decent stuff anyway. I don't know what value that capacitor is. There again, I will want to lift it out. There we are. 2,200 UF. 40 volts. Do I have one? I know I've got the value, but whether I've got the voltage rating is another matter. Hello? I think it's next door. Right. I know I've got the value, but whether I've got the same voltage rating, I don't think they are, to be honest. I think mine are rated at 35 volts. The ones I've got in. And that's even if I can find them. Yeah, I've got money. A fiver. A fiver. I'm rich, folks. I've got a fiver. I wish I knew where them bloody capacitors were. They were supposed to be in here. I'm looking for that today. Tools, I couldn't find them. No, I don't have an issue. I don't have a... What I'll do with this, I'll actually put... See, that there's hanging out, I know. I don't know where my fucking capacitors are. Where the fucking are they gone? What's this one? It's got a leg missing. Where the fuck's the capacitors? Where are you, fuckers? There's one. That's not one of the ones I want though. What voltage is it? 35 volt, 680. Oh, hang on, are they up here? No, I threw them back in the drawer, I'm sure I did. Got them. Yeah, 35 volts, 200, 2200. Well, we're not putting that one in because it's too low. So, that being said, right, these are the bulbs here. So that's the FM stereo bulb. It goes from the power supply there, from the transformer, and then goes into the matrix, into the FM stereo module. Let's check to see if the mold is actually blown. I've had them, you know, where I've tested them on the meter, and they've been bloody okay, and then when I put them in, they haven't fucking worked. I mean, that's there. Don't know what voltage it should be. .12 volt DC. For the sake of it, we'll put a new one in. For the sake of it, we may as well have a new one. I mean, because put a new one in. There we are. Now the power bulb. Oh, that's lovely. I've got one in. What we'll do there, we don't know what value the power, what voltage the power bulb is, and it's coming off the smoother. It's coming off the smoother. So I would have to say that the power bulb, where's the on-off switch? It's here. I'll have to measure the voltage, see what it is. I don't know why I fucking unplugged that. I think I had visions of taking the power supply out. But yeah. Would help, wouldn't it? Couldn't think. There we go. We'll plug that back in. Make sure we've got no wires anywhere. Make sure it's out of the way. Took that out of the way for a minute. And look at the mess of this behind here. You want to see the mess of this, folks. These speaker sockets. I'm redoing all these because they've got nuts and bolts there. They've got nuts and bolts, and you shouldn't have. Look at all the hardware there. Should be small screws or rivets. So I'm not sending it back like that, even though it wasn't me that did it. It's still not going back in that condition. I don't care. Make sure there's no wires knocking about. No, everything else is on that deck, wasn't it? Apart from that, which is the record player wire. It's not too concerned about that. What I want to do is tune. I want to plug that fucking aerial back in. I want to plug this aerial back in. I want to tune down the FM band. I think we'll still get. Yeah, because the radio board's here is powered by the amp board there. Plug. FM aerial. Right. I want to just see. No, nothing. I've got some bulbs in here. I did have. Not in there. In this drawer here. You tend to find that most things are overlooked, are usually looking in here. No, not in there. That's that some. Nope. No. Oh no, that's it. No. Must have put them somewhere. Can't find them. Which is a fucker. Right. There we go. There we go. Let's see what the voltage is. That bulb. Where's it coming from? That's your bulb there. It goes to that fuse. It goes to that fuse. Yeah, that's weird. Right, have we got anybody on the chat? Let's have a quick look at the chat because I can't see all that. Hello, Mike. I know Mike's there. How are you doing, Mike, my friend? Are you good? It hasn't disconnected me, has it? I've been jabbering away all this time and I'm not connected. Am I still connected? You're telling me anyone's watching. Sit's watching now. Let's refresh the page. Oh, my broadband's gone off on my computer. I'm sick of this, you know. There we are, we're back on. Right. There we go, we're connected. Right, I'm sorry if you can't see a lot, but unfortunately, I've got a feeling that so see how much voltage goes to that bulb. So we'll find the ground. One preferably away from everything else. What the fuck's that there? Oh, cell phone socket. On top of it, I thought it was a broken bulb. Right. 8 volts by the look of that. $23 there. 23 volts coming into it there, so we could put one of the new caps in. We've got 23 volts coming in there. And how much is 23 volts? And that's AC. All it does. All it does. $10 there. Wow. 8 volts there. What about the stereo indicator bulb? This one. We'll turn the 13 volts there. It's not a very powerful thing, is it? There's not a lot there, you know. Oh, we're getting at the transistor. Them transistors should live and last forever. Looking on there. 23 there. Right, so we are getting 23 volts. So we need basically we need to change oh wow. There we go. So that capacitor could be replaced if we can find somewhere to mount a new one, because there's only 23 volts and my capacitors are rated at 35. So I definitely could. If you want to put your 2 pennies worth in, you go out right ahead and do so. I'm going to come up and have a look at the chat because there's a couple of more names appeared and all mics appeared. Right. Let's see. Hello, Aaron. How are you doing, mate? Yeah, I'm well, mate. Yeah. An HMV 2130. Well, it can't be that difficult. I mean, what's actually the issue? Has it got a record player in that mic? Or, well, it will have, won't it? Is it just a record player in that, or is there a radio in it as well? Right, what I'm going to do, because I can't conclusively confirm that the FM radio on this is fixed. I know that locator was out and I've put that back in. So what we're going to do... Hasn't popped out again, has it? No. So what we're going to do... We'll put the top on. What we'll do, we'll put the top on. We don't need the record player motor. We need that preamp plug, and that plugged into the top one, I believe. There we are. Then we had that one. Can I rest that there? Rest that there while I just look around and where's the other one? The black one, that went onto the amp here. 3 wires. That went onto the amp there. That went into the amp. Now this one went into the radio. It went somewhere near the aerial because I was whinging, wasn't I? It went there. Yeah. Went near the aerial. Because I was whinging about it catching the aerial. Oops. I can just put this on the top here. There we go. Make sure the record deck wires are all out of the way. We don't want anything hitting anywhere where it shouldn't. That's good enough. And they're off the record, that we can leave them out at the front. Right, let's plug the speakers in. Well, we only need one. We only need one. Well, I say that. We only need one speaker. We'll plug one speaker in. But we'll just have the one. We've got to hit one. Let's make sure it's turned off. There we go. Right. Now let's see if the radio works. They are.
Shaking just to let you know now you
full cooperation.
I have never
so far.
My best friend Adam and I were... Well, the clubs may be closed, you're keeping us topped up with tunes to bust shapes to... Monsieur Torres, I say merci to you.
The post office was not negotiating in good faith. They didn't want to get to the bottom of things. They began at that stage to want to cover things up. They
Well, we are working in
perverted the
stereo.
course of justice. They missed.
Stripping in the bathroom, but still... That kind of love just ain't for us. The way you move, the way you feel. All it takes, falling in love with me. Even had me lying. Hold on, got me a bag for the breaking.
No.
Factory, because it wasn't an even playing field.
The strategy in the track.
Turn off.
Well, the oscillator's out, so that classic FM should be on 100. 101.
Ginger beer, ice, wedge of lime, nailed it.
Where can our trains take me?
Right, so that oscillator needs adjusting. So what we'll do, we'll adjust that, and I think I can just do that by... Let's find me... Want to find me screwer inner. This might do it. Yeah, that'll do it. We just need a little screwer inner. Oops. There we go. Lift that up and put it there.
Line with Visa.
Should be
So
here.
he has protection if his card is used fraudulently.
Find classic FM.
Emotion in that, all the more so when you think of the film, the slow movement of Concerto number 2. The soloist in that recording was Daniel Trifonov with the Philadelphia Orchestra, conducted by Yannick Nezis. Who knew how his music became such an essential ingredient of that film?
I'm screwing up that.
I don't think anyone would argue, including other film composers, that honour belongs to John Williams. Whatever the film, it captures its mood and a range of moods, from Superman to Schindler's List. It is also the author of what many say is the greatest body of film music ever written. John Williams has put together a distillation of all those hours of music. Here now on Classic FM, the suite from Star Wars.
Right, so what I need to do is see where there's actually a hole under the bottom there for you to adjust. For you to adjust. Somebody had the fucking... There it is. Oh, I thought you're supposed to adjust that. I don't fucking know. Let's see if we can get into it there. Get a bit of a longer reach.
Celebrating our fifth
There we are.
occasion.
Right, I'll do about there. It's 101, isn't it? So we can come down a bit more.
Taking into venues.
Right, I'm going to tune it right in between 101. Oops. Got it. And that's it.
Online bookings only. Terms and conditions apply. Doing well in your final year of GCSEs, but don't fancy A-levels? Then take your...
62nd floor, I'd like to say every single week, please do support and get music, follow us, and if you
Yeah, on the job experience.
Someone seems to be up there.
That's not it. So we want to find Classic FM.
so, there's always promote.
Say the word, we'll say there are week, what a time. Let's get
Right, I'm gonna try to find it again. Let's find Radio 2. Well, there's Radio 3. Radio 3 should be there.
It's mine. That's Radio 3. Nothing up there now. Yeah, fucker. I've gone too far down. Idiot. Right. Right, so I need to go back in. It doesn't help with this fucking thing because I can't find my proper one.
Let's see.
Coming out, and he gave an interview this week that the High Flying Bird album, the very first one they released, wasn't.
See, I want that. Right. Let's adjust this one. Let's lift that out of there a minute. There we go. Now. Still not getting that classic FM. I had it before, so it'll come back. There we go. Let's just take that out of there. No. Turn the volume up a bit. There we go. You see what I'm doing now. Alright.
And read it.
See, we had it. Fucks off and they take the screwdriver out. I can't adjust it with the other one, it's not long enough. Try and get this one into it. So we're getting out at the top here.
Now.
That's the problem, we're getting out at the top there.
You can trust. If you don't give me a time.
Trouble is, you can't fucking see up the bastard hole.
Sorry.
So you can't see. Well, radio 2 should be down here. Well, that's radio 3. So that should be. That's radio 3. That's radio 3.
Sound like Barry White. That sound like Barry White. You didn't rate it, did? So when you lay down.
Well, there's Classic FM. Bang on 101. And there's the Deadheads.
Oh my God, look at all my. I'm the only one.
30%.
And there's radio 4. And it's on radio 4.
With a chicken and egg problem. Tech firms won't move anywhere that doesn't have tech workers.
Yeah, that's radio 4.
Won't move to a place that doesn't.
Now let's have a look at why.
Then, on March the 12th last year, a colleague.
Let's have a look at why we're getting no stereo indication now. So that's radio 4. See why we're getting no stereo illumination? That's the power lamp. Let's turn that on.
Right, and everything that they chose to live for.
Let me astray. One more kiss.
So look at the like that. Like that. Put the original bulb back in. Well, I put the right value bulb in, obviously. Am I getting any voltage at the bulb? I mean, obviously I'm not getting fuck all, am I? Because, well, there's the bulb with the light. Oh. Yeah, getting voltage there. And the fucking rubber slide down. There we go. There was a joke in there somewhere, weren't there? I'm gonna get a copyright strike on that bastard. Good on radio 4.
Looking at the top of the country overall. It's better for those workers to be in Silicon Valley, but if you're in a poorer state,
Turn it off a second. Are we getting any? Do we get any continuity on the bulb? The rubber keeps sliding off. I'm in trouble with my rubber. No, we're getting what we should be getting.
Often quite defined tasks, writing a newspaper article,
And that's in stereo.
replying to some emails. But for
So
the
obviously
vast
the
bulk
stereo
of
indicators
other
will light up.
industries, working from home massively less productive.
perhaps this is what journalists have been gleefully predicting. We're the annoying exception to the rule. But before you rush out to top up your travel card, here's what Enrico Moretti has to say about
I don't see large productivity losses from that model. As long as people that are around their colleagues, that are around their clients, and the service providers that their productivity depends on, I think as long as they're around them a significant amount of time, I don't think that working from home 1 or 2 days a week would imply steep productivity losses. It's only when people are away for good.
For people who hate the daily commute, and for the towns and suburbs where they live, this is good news. Not so much for the UK's 11 core cities.
All of us feel like this is a pivotal moment for all of our places and for all the people who live in our places.
Joanne Roney is Chief Executive of Manchester City Council. After London, Manchester has the biggest potential for negative Zoom shock, with a lot of office workers.
Pre-COVID, we have 162,000 jobs in this city centre, just the city centre, not Manchester, just the city centre. And interesting.
Standard. Johnny Neal has travelled across the world. Premium gin, Whitley, from our London dry gin. Whitley Neal gin and flavours to suit everyone's tastes. And we're distilled here in the City of London. Whitley Neal, the UK's #1 premium gin, available at supermarkets and online at dropstore.com. Verify at whitleyneal.com/en_GB/.
until I spoke to Evelyn.
That should be radio 3. Or slightly over actually, so we should come back a bit. This was the most difficult, isn't it? Well, that's about as good as we're going to get it, I think. Radio 2. Let's bring that radio 2 a bit further this way. In! There we go. That stereo light ain't going to come on. I'm not sure why.
Access Manchester.
I'm putting them all back in the... There we go. Move off that station.
Conservative. Evolution has helped. With the David Banner, felt the Mastari through the glass. One last tune. I wanted to go with the mic. Management. I asked her how ready towns are to seize this moment to reinvent themselves.
Yes.
I think it's quite patchy across.
I don't know what it is.
there's some places that have got good partnerships between the business, the local authorities.
I'm not going through all that to just sort that
Have
out.
the finger on the pulse of what
Could be
the
anything.
changes are and what needs to happen.
But-
And you've got other places where there really seems to be nobody. And we know all this needs active management and how much support is there available to help places to do that. One of the problems is it's been sort of taken for granted that there are people doing it. Government tends to fund.
Let me just turn this off a bit so I'll drop that lead down there so I don't. See what voltage it is? I might put wrong fucking voltage in, I doubt it. Let's try a 6-volt one. That's saying 4 volts, I'm sure it says 4 volts. So let's try a 6-volt one. These ones here, these should be 6.5 volts.
The devolution arrangements that we have here, I think government do have to do more about empowering regions.
See if we. No, we're not going to be having the.
For money back on your premium. So if you expect to be driving less, visit our website directline.com, register your current mileage, and you can get money back at the end of your policy. We're on it, Direct Line.
Policy must remain in force until end of policy term. Existing customers opt in any time. Minimum 1,000 mileage difference required, excluding van and optional extras.
As life springs back into action, sleep can seem less important. Oh, until you try getting out of bed the next morning. But a good 7 hours a night helps keep your mind.
Keep track of economic growth, and especially growth in good jobs and good careers. There's nothing in the COVID year that suggests that the effectiveness of cities will be all that different in the long run. Once we solve the health problem of being near each other, once that's gone, I don't see any reason for why the economic forces that be shaping the economics of cities for the past 10 years will be all that different.
Analysis was presented and produced by Helen Grady. The editor was Jasper Corbett.
From the base of our spines,
the small of your back, no other animal has that, and that's what allows us to walk on 2 legs.
to the top of our heads.
What we need to do is really unleash serotonin from its shackles as the happy hormone.
The psychologist Kimberly Wilson and Dr. Zand van Tulleken take a journey around our anatomy.
When you lose weight, where does the weight go?
Could we breathe better?
Well, when you lose weight, where does the weight go? Oh, fucking no.
Made of stronger stuff. Tuesday afternoons at 3:30 on Radio 4 and available now on BBC Sounds.
At least our home's gone.
Ministers have refused to rule out delaying the full lifting of lockdowns in England in 3 weeks' time. Scientists say the UK vaccination programme is offering a false sense of security, and the government should coronavirus restrictions. as signs grow.
This day figures show that one more person has died within 48 days of testing positive for the virus. 3,383 new cases are confirmed. The Japanese tennis player Naomi Osaka has withdrawn from the French Open after being fined and threatened to waive the disqualification for refusing to speak to the media. In a statement, the
That's
player,
Radio
who's
3.
23, said she had been suffering from bouts of depression since winning
Just
her
like that's
first
dropped
Grand
slightly.
Slam. Feeling vulnerable and anxious in Paris. Our tennis correspondent was so full.
She says for the sake of the tournament and her well-being, to withdraw is the best thing to do and to get back to everybody practicing on tennis.
I wonder, that should be pretty much.
Media conferences.
The OECD has upgraded its growth forecast for the world.
Boy will been ordered to pay a combined total of £15,000 after a sofa they dropped from a building landed on a woman. 27-year-old Barry Law and 33-year-old Lee Morrison had previously admitted a charge of reckless conduct. The woman suffered severe injuries. Competition was moved from Argentina because of a corona. Brazil itself is struggling with almost 2,000 COVID deaths a day. Prehistoric animal farmers.
It's very oddly indeed.
Oh, that's to go further down. It's a pain in the ass though.
Motion.
Florida and Ravel. One of our greatest living composers, Macmillan, conducting his own works. And discovered.
Well, I can't adjust that because I can't fucking see under there that well to make the adjustment, so I can't get the stereo lights on, so that is going to remain. I mean, we put that back as it was. I'll find the bulb for that one. But for now, let's get back on with servicing the record player. The radio's as good as I can get it. You know, without actually rebuilding the whole radio. So what we'll do, we'll finish this. I did some of this here today while Angie was here, and so we don't have to take the turntable off. Don't take anything off really. There we go. Lift this out. There. Put that down there for a minute. We'll get back on the chat in a minute and have a look. See what's happening there. Yeah. Let's put this back in. Yeah, because this will I mean, who actually pays attention whether they're listening to FM radio in stereo anyway? And not many people listen to it in stereo. I certainly don't, because it fucking hisses anyway, so, and you can't get rid of the fucking stereo hiss, not unless you have an outside aerial or a very good indoor aerial. Now let's catch up with the chat, see what you lot are saying. Love Egg's gone. Let's have a look what's up here. Yeah, you're all chuddering amongst yourselves. Ain't watching. Yeah. Yeah, more than 2 sniffs of that, you're greedy. Absolutely. I'm not going up in the world. What it is, the deoxit. What happened was Steve got it. Steve over at Longstay Workshop got it. Vintage Electronics, Steve's Longstay Workshop. He got it at Goulburn. Well, he got it from Goulburn. But just before he got it, the WVBS, whatever they fucking have, Vintage BWVS or whatever it is, Vintage Wireless Association. So everything on their stall was £1. Either £1 or £2, I can't remember if it was £1. And Steve went and got one of them. And he said, oh, we didn't mean that. So Steve turned around and said, well, that's not what you said. You said everything £1. So that's how I let him have it for £1. So, but I ran out of service because service hall a couple of weeks ago, and Steve lent me that, and I'm not giving him it back yet. I've not nicked too many squirts, but because it's expensive stuff. But yeah, 117 transistors, they are a pain in the ass. Oh, it's a transistor radio, right? Well, most people try cutting the ground leads on the AF 117s. I've hit them with a small hammer before today, and they've come back to life. I've seen people give them a 50-volt shock from a power supply or a capacitor. Do you want my advice? You probably know what I'm going to say. Stick some AF 127s in it. That'll solve the problem. Yeah, the FM's working on it now. It won't work in stereo for some daft reason, but you know, there's not a lot you can do about that. I'm not gonna. I mean, it is actually working in stereo because you can hear the hiss come in, but the light doesn't light up. I don't understand why the light doesn't light up. But obviously, it's not. Obviously, the voltage isn't getting to the bulb. But I'm not going to mess about with that. I'm going to leave it there. I need to find the bulb for the mains power light. But yeah, the main crux of the FM mic was the main crux of the FM was the, what do you call it? The oscillator, the dial string had come off its anchor, and it wasn't moving the wasn't moving the tuner. It uses a slug tuner, and it wasn't moving it up high enough. It wasn't moving it up properly, so that's all that problem was. The deck doesn't need doing as such. It does need doing, but the top of the deck's been done. The idler all underneath the turntable. I did that while the customer was here, because she was here having a chat with me, and I decided to do a little bit while she was here, and you know, it was you know, it was nice to have a bit of and it was nice to have a bit of company. I'm currently offline. I'm getting sick of this. It's cutting off. Connect. There we are. Twice it's gone offline tonight, that. Basically, go back to it, yeah. But basically, basically we've got to put a new cartridge in it. What I'll do, I'll see if I've got a spare SC12. Put an SC12 in it. Then all I have to do is just order up an ST16 stylus. So we might see if we've got whatever spare we can put in it. Because the cartridge is fucked. Have I ever worked on a DAB? Well, I don't know whether I want to answer that. I don't know whether I want to answer that for fear that, you all might turn up and throw tomatoes at me or something like that. So I don't really want to answer that. But yes, well, actually, yes, I have. If you look down my videos, you'll see I did one called the shitter, and it was the was it the shitter? No, it was the turd. It was the turd. I did one called the turd, and that was a Bush DAB radio. It had a bad output IC in it, bad audio output IC. And the reason why I did it was my ex-neighbour Frances. She came in to see me over something, and Frances used to just walk in here. She was allowed to. She had the key to my door. She was allowed to just walk in. Not a problem anyway. So she walked in. My door was open. And she shouted at me, and she just walked in. And I said, I'm in the workshop, Frances. And I was pulling it apart, really, to scrap it. And I was already thinking what I was going to use the DAB board for. And Frances seen it on the side, says, oh, I like that. I said, do you really? She says, yeah, I do. She says, what are you doing with it? I said, well, I was going to scrap it because it doesn't work. I said, but if you really like it, I'll repair it for you. You can have it. So I repaired it for her and I gave it to her. She was chuffed to mint balls, you know, with it. She had it in the bedroom. She was chuffed to mint balls with it. And, you know, sadly she's no longer with us. You know, but yeah, she came, she just walked in here whenever she wanted. She was allowed to do that. I used to do the same. If I used to just let myself into hers, and she even said when she went on holiday, or if she went out for an evening, she said if there's anything on the telly you want to watch, you just go up and switch it on. So I don't mind, and make yourself a brew like or something to eat. I don't mind. I never did because that's taking the piss. So I never did. But yeah, she was a terrific lady. Has to be said. It's not often you get a neighbour that when they're no longer there, you don't miss them. I mean, and I do, I really do. I don't like them that are up there. I'm hoping to get the idea sooner than rather sooner than later. But there's a pair of fucking idiots them above me. But why did they put you? I don't know why they put young people in a block. Where there's a middle-aged man. Why can't they put them amongst their own kind? Anyway, that's another matter. But yes, I've worked on a DAB, but only once. And I won't work on another one because they're crap. DAB will never take off anyway, it'll be gone. Hello, Meg. I'm just looking to see if I haven't said hello soon. Pretty much everybody's had an hello off me now, haven't they? Yeah, bye, Mike. Have a nice evening. What's left of you, fella? You've had a busy day, love egg. And I had a busy day doing boring jobs. Yeah. I've got a mate who lives up the road, called Bernard. And I was on this when I first moved up here 20 odd years ago, nearly 30 years ago now. I brought a CB with me. And I needed an SWR meter to check the aerial, and I couldn't get hold of one. Anyway, I was talking to a mate of mine in Openshaw, and this guy came on, and I thought, fuck me, he's close. He was pegging me needle. When he keyed up, my needle went ding right across. You actually heard it go ding right across. Oh, fuck me. Anyway, so I says, oi. I said, you that's just come in, what's your name? He says, Bernard. I says, what's your handle? He says, Odd Job. And I kept calling him Blow Job. And he's at it, I keep telling you it's Odd Job. I said, yeah, okay, Blow Job. I kept calling him Blow Job. I said to him, have you got an SWR meter? He says, yeah, so we'll give us your address. He said, well, I don't like to give me. I said, just give me your bloody address. I said, I'm only on Essex Road. Give me your address, Middlesex Road. Give me your address. Anyway, he gave me his address. Yeah. And I went round the next day and we've been mates ever since. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually It's a shame this won't let me monitor what I'm doing. I don't know how that is. It's, I heard a rumour, I heard a rumour that you can't buy stuff off PayPal. Or you can't buy stuff off eBay and pay for it through PayPal anymore. I don't think that. I think that's a load of bollocks. The reason why is because PayPal's owned by eBay. It's an eBay company. So I can't see that being true. And I got it off my ex-wife, and I didn't even know she knew PayPal existed. So I don't know. Anyway, have we all had an entertaining evening? I had what do you call it for me tea? I had lasagna and chips. Proper fart fodder, that, innit? Proper fart fodder. Yeah. Yeah, the old trumpet will be going tonight under the bedclothes. Yeah. I don't like doing boring jobs. I like to do. The reason why I do what I do is because I enjoy it. I get full satisfaction out of it. I could do this job and charge more for it, but I don't. Because, well, where's the point of that? There won't be any. I don't know. I'll tell you what we'll do, folks. I was going to say there'll be no Philly shave twist. There might be. What we'll do, I service the top of this. But what I want to do, I want to pull the cartridge out. I want to take the cartridge out. And I'm going to try and swap the rubber actuator with the one that fell to bits. That should be interesting, shouldn't it? Swapping a rubber actuator. Because this cartridge is dead, and it's dead on both channels. I don't know why it's dead on both channels, but it is. Oh, there we go. It's foot's on both channels. And I've got a Chinese cartridge there. A Crosley cartridge. The kind we all know and love. The cheap Crosley cartridge. Where's that fucking cartridge gone? Do you know something? Do you know something, folks? There we are. See, what's happened is the actuator's disappeared. It was probably faulty to begin with, but this has got good transducers in it. This has got good transducers in it. I'll take the stylus out. The stylus is football. Now this one's got good transducers in it, and this one's got a good actuator rubber in it. So you can probably see where this is going. Now I want to try and get it apart without breaking it. It's easier said than done because the top they're not meant to be taken apart. They're really not meant to come apart, but that's come off there, which is what we want. It's at the back where they generally don't want to come off. There we are. Ooh. Are we going to be lucky? Are we going to be lucky tonight? Lucky, 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 lucky. Ooh, that's well and truly foot. So don't lose any. So we're going to see what's inside. A cartridge. This one's well and truly fucked, so we don't need to worry. We'll take this one out. So you can actually see the transducer is all mashed up. So we'll lift that out. There we are. There we are, you see. That is very, 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 very fucked. Oh, look at that. Pull the actuator rubber off. See, it's just crumbled to dust, that transducer. There. See, that's just crumbled to dust. You're not supposed to crumble to dust. Supposed to come out. Yeah, look at this here, folks. You're watching me build a cartridge live. I'll tell you what, you're a load of lucky fuckers. And if I fuck it up, I don't care. There we are. Put your screwdriver in on an angle. Push all the shite out. Might be better pushing it that way, I can see the fucking stuff. There we are. Yee. We've got a complete cartridge case there. Build the cartridge up if we break the other one. We'll try and get the other one apart one piece as well. Now there's the rubber actuator. Some people call it the, I don't know what people call it, but it's actually called the actuator. That's its original, that's its official name. Right. Shut up! Shut up, it's only a cocksucker. In! Get in! Right. Get in! It's only some cocksucker on a motorbike. No, this one doesn't want to come out. See, some of them don't like to come out. Fucking break. There we are. Now we want to take this apart carefully. All the pins on it are all lovely and everything. Want to do a nice job. Here we go. Here. This is actually a lovely cartridge inside. Flip that one out. Pull it out gently. Two of the pins are going to come out. There we are. Right. And that's a different size actuator. It would be, wouldn't it? What a cunt. They're fucking different sizes, those folks. Different size. Let's get the guts out. There we are. Different fucking size. Oh, what a bummer. Bummer. And that's what's happened. It's gone rock hard now, so it wouldn't have been any good anyway. We'll try and slide them off. I've got a feeling it'll probably fuck up this, but we'll try. We've got to get them off no matter what anyway, so. Got it. I snapped it, have I? I snapped that cutting thing. I snapped it. I think I snapped it. Yeah. Snapped it. Yeah. Yep, that's the end of that. Right, well, what we can do? Well, they're the same, aren't they? They're not the same inside. Oh, well. There we go. I bet they're the fucking same inside, you know. You know something? I wouldn't mind betting I can fucking probably transplant that straight into it. That leg's a bit bent. I wonder if I could just transplant that straight into that. Do you know something? You just straighten that leg, I bet you can. Because they're the fucking same, basically. I mean, I might have to put some, I might have to swap a couple of these bits over. Might be able to do it. Let's see if the whole fucking thing will fit in. That's the back. Legs are a bit short. Legs are a bit short. It's a shame, really. Because pull this off. That's going to break. You can't get them off. So if I pull this forward, ah, easier. I think what we do. The problem is getting them in. You probably see a fail live here. Once you get them in, it's one in. Make sure that we're going to fucking put this the right way together. Yeah, because it's going to push down that end, and that's the way we need it to be. So we just push that. Push that as far up as we can get it. That'll do. Yeah. Oh, snap. Bleeder. Oh well. We tried. Yeah, we tried, folks. We certainly did that. Yeah, how about that then, eh? Yeah. The only other one we've got one here. Don't know whether that works. We've got one here. Don't know whether that works. Yeah. Well, at least I will actually rebuild them. I mean, they can all be rebuilt. I won't bother with that one. But these ones here, yeah, I'll be able to rebuild those. So that's a big one. It's a small one. Let's find all the bits out of the big one. That's a big one. That's a big one. I have got some of these transducers somewhere. Out of scrap cartridges. Evening! There we are. These bits are all worth saving. This one's riveted. This is a proper Chiadenchi cartridge, I think. And they're riveted together, this one. Yeah, I'm not going to take that apart because I think it works. I can get a cartridge clip for that, so I'm not going to take that apart, obviously not. Anyway, I'll keep all these bits. Because you never know, dear. I'll save all those. There's two cartridges here. These are, what do you call it? They're jukebox cartridges out of a Rockola. Stereo. Yeah. These are both dead. Yeah. Aesthetic. 169s. 1.61-69. What they are then over to me. But what we'll do, we can save these card shells. And at some point, make a cartridge up. I thought these would have been the same inside, but they're not. Thought they would have been the fucking same. I'm sure you've done it. Even I fucking get it wrong. I don't understand the mentality of some people, but dead cartridges in a box with foam. What's the point? The cartridges are fucked. Put that in there with that in there. There we go. These bits. Ooh. Oh, I need to order. Save all these cartridge bits because you never know. I have actually managed to. There is videos on YouTube of me managing to successfully fucking build them. I have rebuilt the odd one and it worked. In fact, I rebuilt one. My mate Fred's got one. A BSR full fi. He's got a BSR full fi which I rebuilt. And he's got a BSR full fi that I rebuilt. And it works absolutely perfectly. And he uses it regular. Right, let's get under here. Right. Now, all we need to do under here, really, all we need to do is just clean. Where's my cotton buds? Yeah. Need to clean, really. Yeah. Right. Clean all this crap out of there. We'll be putting all new crap in. I mean, I like these decks. I think they're fucking brilliant because you just don't do enough work to wear out. I mean, you can't wear one out because they're just fucking. Just don't do enough work. Yeah, that lasagna I had for my tea was nice. Even if it was an Iceland, cheap Iceland jobby. The speed needs doing on this as well because the reason why is because I don't know why they put grease down here. Never fathomed that out. Because it's, now look at that. Whee! Pull that down there. Get another cotton bud. I'm going to put this on the maximum speed setting, which is 78. Clean the spring. Pull the spring down. The other side, there we go. Yeah, look at that. That's just a little bit of cleaning. It looks a bit sorry for itself, this deck, earlier. I'm just checking to make sure I'm still online. Oops. Whoa. Yeah. Looks a bit sorry for itself, this deck, earlier, but it's alright now. Now, that's all it needs doing, really, but the reason why is because I did the top of it this afternoon while the lady was here. While Angie was here, I did it in front of her. Because we was having a chat and I says, I'll do it and I'll show you. I may as well show you a bit of the process, like. I mean, I don't mind. I want to clean this brushes. There we go. I'm going to have to order another tin of grease at some point. Got enough here for another few decks yet. But on that spring. There we go. There we go. Lovely. Lovely. Just what we want. There we go. Got a big lump of there, you know. And that's about all I put grease. Oil. Oil all the pivot points. There we go. The motor's been done. Right. Oh, right. You're all dying to see me use it, aren't you? This is the safe block I got given off Kevin Lovett. So why are we on 78? Oh, that's why. That's it. That's because I'm pressing on the motor. Just check the highlight. Yeah, that's good. The reason why it's on 70, oh, it's on 78. Because we're just pressing up on the motor, that's all. See what I mean? Once it's back in its enclosure, it'll run at normal speed. I put another turntable mat on this because the one that was on it was disgusting. So that's let it drop a record. You will hear it play the Philly Shave Twist, but not tonight. Oops. Don't know why that slides off there. It's even worse. That's better. Mind you, it's not that level, not level either, is it? There we go. Right. The deck works. Now. Yeah. Now. Whoops. Get in there, you. Oh, yeah. Get in. I'll get a drink in a minute. Now I'll go through the adjustment points. Simple. That mat's nice. It's nice to get the record off. Right. I'll go through the adjustment points. There's not many adjustment points on here. This one here is to adjust your stylus pressure. Plus makes it heavier, minus makes it lighter. This here is to adjust your anti-skate compensation. Whatever you set that to, you roughly set that to. That's your cueing device, which now under here, just checking that's tight. It is, and I'll double check it because I replaced this bracket here because somebody had bent it over the one that was on it. I did that while she was here. That's it. Right. This here is your height. Let's just get something to point out. That there, that's your height adjustment. And that's your height. And this one here is your stylus set down. And that's it. Not really much to it. This is actually a nice auto changer. It's in nice condition, that is. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, folks, for the auto changer. See what's happening with the chat. I'll be going soon anyway because the time's getting on now, innit? And I've been sat here. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. 10 of the clock. Right. And it's 10 of the clock nearly. Right. Chat disconnected. Why is it saying me chat disconnected? According to this, I'm online. So I don't understand. Let me refresh page. Refresh that. We never got fucking. Right, let's click on refresh. 8 people watching now. 7 people watching. There we are, we're back up now. Right. Yeah, about 30 odd grams on the original 78 RPM wind up gramophones. Yeah, they were heavy, very heavy. I'll weigh one day. We'll find out. My styler's weight gauge doesn't go that high. The gauge I use doesn't go that high. I know that because I've tried it. No, I've not seen that. You're speaking typing. There's someone else who watches Red Dwarf. There we go. I'll do myself, always. Anyway, I just want to check my email because I've expected a message. That might have been fucking who bought that music centre off me in Belfast. Wanted me to fucking wanted to arrange a courier. They wanted me to print all the leaflets and shit off. I can't. Next door digest. Really? Yeah, top pulse. Yeah. Neighborhood digest. Next door digest even. You remember that gang, am I? You are here for your offer. Let's go back to the chat. Back to here. There we go. So, the amplifier in this GEC works okay. The amplifier works okay. The radios are now working. I didn't demonstrate the AM because I know the AM was working. There's fucking not much on fucking AM anyway. But she wanted the FM working because, well, most people, if they're going to listen to the radio, it's going to be FM in it. I mean, I don't listen to the radio. Not nowadays. Not really a lot for me. Hello, 70s Magic. I didn't see you come in. I didn't see you come in. Yeah, it was Saturday, Kevin, not Sunday. Hate to correct you, but yeah, it was Saturday you came. But yes, we did. We had some fun. We had a laugh and a good chat, didn't we? And Kevin never ate his chocolate his chocolate bun things that he brought with him. But don't worry, they've gone. Yeah, I'm good. Oh, don't worry about it. You don't have to apologise, Kevin. That's Kevin Lovett. Who I got love at, love it. Who I got the speakers off for me Sharp Vertical. Very kindly donated those to me, and a few other things as well. There's actually been a lot going on that I haven't actually seen here. Hmm. Yeah, that's what. No, that's what I thought. Because eBay owns PayPal. It's an eBay company. Bother, Theo. So I knew that. So I knew that anyway. You know, it's. Yeah, it's basically. Yeah, anyway, I know what you all want. The precursor of the modern record player was the plusogram. It wasn't. The precursor of the modern record player was Emil Berliner's gramophone. Plusogram is what became Dansette. The original Dansets were actually made by Plusogram. But the precursor of the modern record player was the wind-up gramophone, invented by Emil Berliner. Yeah. What else? Because after that, all record players seemed to be the fucking same, didn't they? An arm at one end, a fucking knob, couple of knobs at the other, a turntable in the middle. Well, yeah, it could even be in the wax cylinder. But if we all want to get technical and argue about the point, it could even be before that, because there was a thing called a phonautograph, which Edison based his wax cylinder on, which was invented by a French fellow. I can't remember his name. So, you know, but the phonograph was a completely different machine, although it would do the same job. You know, the sort of phonograph played cylinders, whereas the gramophone played flat discs. So I'd have to say no, you know the precursor of the modern record player, modern as we know modern, is the gramophone, I think. Yes, the sound quality of the yeah, Edison never quite got it right, did he? It was crap. I mean, the best method for playing records is a flat disc. Yeah, audiophile grade wax cylinder. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder who invented the audiophile. I wonder who it was who invented that creature. Did somebody actually give birth to one, or did he get invented? Was he a freak of nature or something? I don't know. I don't understand the fuckers, mate. I mean, I just don't fucking understand the fuckers. I mean, the dickheads audiophiles. If there's any watching, you're all a load of cocksuckers, really. You pay, you don't buy records to listen to them. You buy records to listen to your equipment. Which takes the fun out of it. I mean, I don't care what a record sounds like, as long as it doesn't sound too crap, and it doesn't stick or jump. Hey, what's that? What about the guy who tried to reproduce sound using a wire player? Well, wire players were capable of doing that, weren't they? They used steel wire. They couldn't use it. They had to use a wire that was magnetic. It could be magnetized, obviously. Techmon did a fucking video on one on a wire recorder. He did a video on one. I mean, the sound. I mean, the precursor of the tape recorder was the wire machine. Was the wire recorder, because to all intents and purposes it was the same thing. Yeah, Techmon did a video on his channel a few years ago about one. But and then I think it was Sony who invented the tape recorder as we know it today. A proper tape recorder. But it was Ampex who perfected it. Because Bing Crosby funded Ampex, and the only string he put on his money was that he had to be the first to record on the new machine. And the machines that Ampex made were far better than any machines that had been developed. I don't know whether they can hold up with today's machines, but back then they got them sorted. Yes. It's there's many different things. Pardon me. There's many different things that have come out over the years, different formats and different methods. But the only one that's really there's only one format that's really stood the test of time. All the others have come and gone. Even MP3, that's almost a dead format now. And the only one that's really stood the test of time is the record player. Is the plastic vinyl record. The only one that stood the test of time. It refuses to die, for good reason. For good reason. I mean, records, you can't just stick a record into a device and copy it onto another device and get a record out. You can't, they're not as easy as that. You can get them onto tapes, onto your computer, stuff like that, yes. But you can't just chuck one record in and get another one out. But I mean, a lot of recordings. I mean, when you consider it, if you look back, even the gramophone and the phonograph, they were cutting edge technology. You know, they were cutting edge technology then. And the gramophone, in all its different guises, right up to the modern record player, has been cutting edge ever since. It's gone down a few notches now. When you've got people like Crosley turning out shite, people buying it, thinking that they're getting something good. What annoys me about the whole thing is people buy their Crosley record players, and because they sound shit, they fucking they think that's how vinyl sounds. They think that's how a proper record player sounds. They've yet to hear. And I'm not talking about dance sets. We'll leave them out of the equation. They're another thing all their own. They're crap. They've never heard something like a Hacker Gondolier or whatever. They've never heard a really good one. So, yeah, I know. Yeah, they had to stand too close to the microphone so that they could get the information on the record loud enough so the record player could hear it so that we could hear it. But as amplifiers got better and microphones got better, the whole process of making records got better. It's a different ball game now. We're in the 21st century. It's the 21st century AD. And, people are still talking and buying a record, talking about and buying records. They're still doing it. Because it's a format that refuses to give in. That's right, discs were cut direct. No, they don't. CDs are crap. And the hype they came with, indestructible and fucking, you could fucking do all sorts with them and they play. What a load of crap. I'm not a big lover of CD players, they're unreliable. Yes, it's happened a few times. One got electrocuted because he had all of his mic, and something happened inside his amplifier, and an electric guitarist, he got it because he was jiggling about on stage, and he was swinging his guitar about while he was playing, and the neck of his guitar with the strings on hit the microphone stand, and it killed him. He got electrocuted. CD players are shit. No matter how many discs it'll change, they're shit. Yeah, come on, lads, own up this shit. They're unreliable. They're fucking, well, that's all you need to say about them, innit? They're unreliable. You don't need to say nothing else, and they're cheaply made. No matter who made the fucker, they're cheaply made. I had a Pioneer one, the fucking lens fell out of it. Right crock of shit. The only place where CD players have a purpose, and there is only one place. And I'm not going to say something smart here like the bin. Well, they're not, there's, the records are not labour intensive. Records demand that you look after them. You know, once you put it on the turntable, then you know that's it. It'll play. It'll play right away through. Hopefully, yeah. You know, records. I'd often do labour, and I love sitting there playing records. I could sit here all day in my workshop and play records. I have done before today. Doesn't bother me. You know, CD players. They are labour intensive when you come with fucking men one. You know, they're just not. They're just not. You know, and the fact that to have them repaired, you have to take them into a shop and have them done, and run the possibility of throwing them in the bin. A record player, you didn't. A record player just bought a new car or a new stylus, had it serviced, and went to the hotel bowl. I wait for another. Fuck it down. I'm getting tired, folks. I'm going in a minute. We'll go for another 12 months. No worries. You know, fucking. But fucking CD players, they're crap. You know, fucking record player, you service it every couple of years. It'll last you a lifetime. A CD player, they're not designed to be serviced. Admittedly, there are some of those that can repair them. I've got one coming up, actually, for those of you that love CD players. I've got a Cambridge Audio one coming up on me workbench. I might do it later this week. The Cambridge Audio one belongs to my mate Fred. It continuously opens and closes its tray. I think it happens. I think even if you post a disc into it quick, it happens as well. So, yeah, it's either going to be a bad switch, a bad belt, or the machine's fucked. Simple. Yeah, I'm falling asleep, mate. I was up early this morning and I've had a busy day. And yeah, I nearly fell asleep a minute ago when I fucking woke up. But you know, at the end of the fucking day, we do, don't we? We get tired. We fall a fucking asleep. I might go get some fresh air in a minute. Let Scraps in the garden. I might even clip him on his lead, take him for a walk. We'll get some fresh air. And because it's a lovely evening, you know, it's not cold tonight. It's lovely. It was cold a few nights ago, but last night and last night and tonight it's not bad. You know, so yeah, we'll have yeah. No, I'm an early riser in summer. In summer, I'm an early riser. In winter, I stay fucking in bed all the bastard day. I don't fucking get up in winter if I can avoid it. I fucking sit up in summer. I don't mind. I don't mind summer. I fucking love the summer months. Even when it's red hot and you can't sleep and you're tossing and turning all over your bed and, you know, you wish the dog hadn't have farted and stuff like that. You know, yeah, it's one of those things, I suppose. Yeah, but like I say, you know, I'm coming round again now. You service a record player and it'll last you a lifetime. You service a CD player, it'll break down the next day. Ooh, I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee in a minute. I might have a round of Holy Ghost to go with it, and I think I've got a pot noodle in the cupboard. Pot noodle, pots of fucking flavour, pots of snacks, pots of shit. Yeah. I fell asleep in here. I fell asleep in here the other night. Just fucking. I was watching a YouTube video. I just dropped off. I went forward. Fell out of my fucking chair. Knocked my fucking jaw off on the fucking desk here. Thought I broke my fucking jaw. I remember that time when I was ill, when I had the fucking two-way traffic down a one-way street. God, man, it was fucking horrible. I mean, I don't like the cold, but the advantage about farting in bed in the cold is it warms the bed up. You know, your fart rises to the top of the bed. You know, it's that's not bad. I've got some muesli in the cupboard. I might have a bowl of that for me supper. A bowl of mouse droppings, muesli. Yeah. It was V Westlife. It was V Westlife. I forget what he was rabbiting on about, but you know, he'd be fucking like Slim Whitman, isn't he? The cunt drones. He sounds like, I think he's stoned all the time, that cunt. Yeah, that fucking daft cunt. Yeah, fucking V Westlife. Yeah, fucking yeah, you know, fucking comes on telling things about people about things they already fucking know. Yeah, yeah, it does. The smell rises to the top, and then you fucking, you know, yeah, fucking hell. Mind you, though, farts are like kids. You can put up with your own. Hello, Kevin. Yes, I did. Yes, yes, I did. I used it before actually. Cheers for that, Kevin. That's brilliant. I mean, I did. I mean, we discussed the speakers and the other bits, but you know, I was really surprised when I saw that in the bag. I thought, oh, lovely. You know, but yeah, you know, I had a feeling that somebody was cringing when they saw me shoving them wires into the IEC cable. But what you know, them IEC cables are actually, I cut one open once, and they are insulated. You know, you're very hard pressed if you can short one of them. You've got to be really dumb to short one of them out. You know, and I always did it with the plug off and the plug out, and then plugged in once I knew it was safe. So, you know, I don't because I don't take risks. You know, and I certainly wouldn't take risks to show you lot how to take risks because that's not fair. If it went wrong, I'd be in the shit. Yeah, you know. I was talking to a copper outside there fucking yesterday. I don't like the police. I says to the copper, I says I shouldn't be fucking talking to you. He says, why not? I says, talking to you is like having oral sex. One slip of the tongue, you're in this shit. Yeah. Uh, well, yeah, West Drive. Yeah, I like it. Yeah. I think he's a fucking stoner, him, isn't he? You know, fucking always fucking off his head on some of that West Life in the V West Life. Dickhead. Uh, where I'm asking water. Really? Oh, absolutely, Kevin. Yes, that's brilliant. That, yeah. Well, that'd be great for mainly connecting turntables, mainly connecting record deltas. Really, that's it's been used a couple of times since it got here. It got used. It was used on the dance set. It's been used on that record deck that's on the bench there. Yeah, but yeah, that's really good. That I'm really pleased with it. Yeah, I know that's true. Some are okay. It was a joke, like all little sex one slipping a tongue in this shit. Yeah, I remember when I was working, I said to my manager, I said, you fucking like nappies, you fucking managers. He said, what do you mean by that? I said, you're usually full of shit. But yeah, I actually, have I got any biscuits? Why am I asking you lot? Yeah, I think I've. Oh, I'll tell you what I've got in the fridge. I might in the freezer. I might suck on one later. I know they ain't men's cocks. Before anybody says it, Mildred got me some of those ice pop things. I might suck on one of them later when I go to bed because I usually fancy a drink when I'm in bed, and they're as good as a drink. Hands up those of you that have ever heard of PJ Proby. Anyone ever heard of PJ Proby? And yeah, I thought you might have, Theo. You know what he was famous for, don't you? He fucked his career up doing it as well at the Raw Variety Performance. He put I forget what year it was, but he put a pair of trousers on. I think they were 2 sizes too small, and he split them on stage in front of the Queen and everybody. Correct, he did. He split his trousers on stage at the Raw Variety Performance, I believe it was, and he fucked his career up. Yep. Yeah, he certainly did. I bet they went with a right crack. I've never actually seen it. I might look for the video actually because I've never seen it. I'll tell you another one that made me laugh. That Mr. Me fame when he put that mic to his ass on television, fighting the Blue Danube walls down that mic, and the look on Simon Cowell's face made me laugh. No, he didn't know. Sean Connery. Sean Connery. Not that I know of. No, Sean Connery was a very good actor. I think the last film he was in. I think the last film he was in. It was called The Rock. He was also in Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade. Yeah, he was. Thank fuck he got out of playing 007. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm going to have to look for the video in a bit. To-do list. Look for PJ Proby splitting his keks. Yeah. You know. I'll tell you, one of the funniest things I ever heard was the Beatles in 1963, I think it was, at the Royal Variety Performance, when John Lennon said, "For our last number, we'd like to ask your help. If those in the cheaper seats could clap your hands and the rest of you just rattle your jewellery." Yes, he did, yes. He played Indiana Jones's dad. Yeah. Made me laugh when he shot the propeller off the plane and he shot the tail off the plane. He said, "Sorry, son, he got us." And that German went past him in that plane. They were going through that tunnel. That German went past him and he waved at him. They don't make for good films now, do they? I mean, there's stuff they make now. I don't really fancy watching. I can imagine Shirley Bassey getting close to Botty actually. Yeah. Fucking like fucking Dolly Parton, the size of her fucking tits. Fucking yeah, I've not seen that. I'll have to look out for that, The Accused. I've heard of it, but I've never got to it yet. On the buses. Yeah. I'll tell you what, you wouldn't want to go on the buses now. You have to wear a mask. And it's expensive. And everybody who gets on them's fat and smelly. And the buses round our way all smell of marijuana. Yeah. Yeah, I like a nice pair of tits, actually. I do. It has to be said, I am partial to a nice pair of tits. I like a nice hairy backy pouch as well. Unless you're exempt. Well, I don't understand. I mean, somebody found a loophole there, didn't they? I think if one person should wear a mask, then everybody should wear a mask. It should be all or nobody, I'm afraid. I'm sorry if people don't agree with me on that, but that's the way I feel about it. I can't breathe with one of them fucking daft masks on. I hate the fucking things. And I don't wear them, but I don't go out. And if I go out, I'll put one on. I'm going for my COVID jab on Friday. I'll put a mask on. Yeah, I know that, but the problem is, people complain that they can't breathe through them and whatnot. I mean, they should design them so that you can breathe through them. I mean, the surgeons do wear them masks, and they have them on for hours at a time operating on people. It's, I mean, I could go to my doctor and say, "Listen, doctor, I'm a fat fucker. I can't breathe with one of them masks on," and get made exempt, but I won't. Yeah. I suppose there's that. Yeah, if you're ugly fucker, yeah, been made to wear a mask. Yeah. Anyway, on that note, I'm gonna do one because I'm gonna have a look for that PJ Proby video and make myself some supper and a brew, and I might even go for a shite while I'm at it. But yeah, fucking, it didn't take long for people to cotton onto that loophole, did it? Fucking, I'm exempt. You know, I can't breathe with them on. I mean, you can breathe with them on. They're perforated. I mean, they're not nice to have on your face, I'll agree. I don't like the fucking things, but... Well, this is it, you see. Yeah, fucking... yeah, fucking... This is it, social distancing. It's supposed to be 2 meters. But, yeah, nobody's adhering to it. I mean, this shit's with us forever now. They won't get rid of this. The government love it anyway. They love the fact they're controlling that they can control everybody with a virus. They can say, right, we're on lockdown from next week. Fucking Bolton's on lockdown, and that's only a few miles. That's where Steve lives. It's only a few miles away from me, Bolton. And that's on They're on lockdown, I believe. Because of that Indian strain or Pakistani strain or whatever it was. I think it was an Indian strain, wasn't it? But yeah. Right, well, I'm going to shoot off. I'm going to get myself sorted. I'm going to let him out, get myself sorted. And I think I might ring the Mildred and upset his mojo. I've not upset his mojo today. So I think I might ring the Mildred. I'll catch you later, folks. Listen, you all have a good night. And, you know, you all take it easy and have a better day tomorrow. And stay safe. And don't forget, social distance. Hey, dress up like Jimmy Savile. No fucker will come near you. Yeah, how about that one? Catch you later, folks. I'm out of here. Bye for now. Turn that round and hit that.